In court today, lawyers representing the province defended the Ford government's controversial Bill 7 that expedites the transition of elderly patients who cannot care for themselves from hospitals to long-term care facilities. Kelly Botello has the details.
The province argued today in a Toronto courtroom that Bill 7 is about the timely discharge of patients who no longer require hospital care, so that the people who do can get the care they need. But advocacy groups say it's not that simple. The Ontario Health Coalition and the Advocacy Centre for the Elderly are challenging this bill in court, saying that it's unconstitutional, forcing elderly patients into long-term care facilities that they may not want to go to, sometimes far away from their loved ones. This, or the patients may be faced with a $400 a day charge for staying in hospital.
We were surrounded by other people who were being forced to pay $400 a day or make a quick judgment on where they were going to go, and it could be 70, 80 kilometers away. We were offered a place 64 kilometers from Guelph.
83-year-old Nora Challoner says after her husband's stroke in 2022, she was told by hospital staff that her husband no longer required hospital care and needed to be transferred to a long-term care facility 64 kilometers away, as it had a vacancy. If they refused, the couple were warned that a $400 a day fee would be implemented.
And the system is broken. It wasn't there for us.
But the province says it's irresponsible to have such a large cohort of people, thousands of patients, taking up hospital beds in Ontario simply because they can't go home and are waiting for long-term care. And some doctors agree, as the court heard today. In my view, it's unethical and inappropriate to use limited acute care resources for the purpose of allowing patients without acute care needs to wait at length for their preferred long-term care option to become available. The court heard from Dr. Travis Carpenter's affidavit. The province also emphasizing that if a patient is transferred to a non-preferred facility, it's just temporary until their first choice becomes available.
Yes, we finally got him back to our community, but that year and a half for him was a terrible thing to happen to anybody.
Our hope is that the judge finds this to be unconstitutional.
It could be weeks before the judge comes to a decision. Kelly Botello, CHCH News.